Hi there, welcome back. I hope you had a very Merry Christmas and are looking forward to the launch of a new year, a new decade with new goals. Well, we are back here today for monthly empties. This will be the final one of 2019, sharing all of the products that I used up in the month of December. I want to take a quick moment to thank those of you that filled out the survey that came out about a week and a half ago in my Tuesday newsletter. I had done a survey asking you, my subscribers and viewers, what you would like to see from me on YouTube and other social media platforms in 2020. Well, many of you shared that you would like me to continue on with my monthly empties, and I would be happy to oblige, and I will do those the end of every month in 2020. So watch for those. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss those or anything else. You also mentioned that you would like me to keep up with my monthly motivation series that comes out the first of every month. I will be happy to bring that to you as well. So again, you're going to want to be subscribed. Hit the bell so you get immediate notification when new videos come out. All right, well, we have a lot of product to go through for our December empties, so let's dive right in. Like always, I will share with you if I would repurchase a product or if it does not serve me or no longer serve me. The very first product we have is the Egyptian Magic All-Purpose Skin Cream. I use this in combination with another empty, the Garnier Skin Active Micellar Cleansing Water. What I do is I take a little bit of this cream. It's kind of like an ointment, not quite to the status of a Vaseline, but it looks like it. This is fantastic at removing makeup, eye makeup. That's what I use it for. So I put a little bit on my finger, I rub it over my eyes, and it takes everything off. But what I will do then is I will put a little bit of the micellar water on an exfoliating cotton round, which is also an empty, and that's how I will wipe off the Egyptian Magic, and it's like gone, totally gone. It works like a champ. This was a mention or a suggestion, recommendation to me by one of you several years ago, and I have been purchasing it ever since. I love it. So if you are watching, whoever you are, thank you. Another empty is the Formula 10.0.6 Wipe Your Face Off Makeup Removing Facial Wipes. This is just a travel packet. I'm not fussy about my travel wipes, so would I purchase these again? Yeah, but would I purchase anything? Pretty much so. Moving on to some masks that I used up this month. I have the ALYA Skin Pink Perfect Australian Pink Clay Mask. This was originally sent to me for review a couple years ago. Loved it so much, I did a YouTube video solely talking about this. This is my absolute favorite mask. There's nothing else that brings me more pleasure than this one. My girls also use it. Like when my daughter comes in from New York, she always uses this mask. It is just so amazing. So of course, I have another one coming. I used a sheet mask, and let me just share, I'm not really crazy about sheet masks. I believe this was sent to me maybe with some packet. Maybe it was in a Nordstrom beauty order and they give you the samples. It's by Lancer. It's the Lift and Plump Sheet Mask with vegan stem cell complex. Yeah, it was nice. I'm just not a sheet mask girl. What I will share with you, however, is I do like the eye masks that you can put under your eye, and I will even sleep in those sometimes. If I know it's going to be a late night and I still have to get up early in the morning, that may be when I would sleep with one of these masks on. This was given to me at my med spa. I did the add-on to my HydraFacial. It's called Perk, and it's for the under eye area. And when you do that, you will be sent home with a couple at-home care products. This was sent home. It was great, but there's many other ones that I like as well. So do enjoy the under eye masks. Have a couple skincare items by EXUVIANCE. This is the Wrinkle Smooth Topical Peptide. I went through both of these. I believe 2 tubes come in a package. I'm not really sure because EXUVIANCE sent these to me to review. I actually did a video. I will link it below. I'll also put it up in the corner. But I did a trial and review of these products and a demonstration of me doing my PM skincare routine, so check that out. These were great. I love the EXUVIANCE line, so I would definitely recommend them. I'm not in the market to purchase any right now because I have such a slew of other anti-aging active ingredient skincare that I'm using currently. So I'm not in the market to purchase anything because I'm all stocked up and that's where I like to be. I had a little sample here of the SKINCEUTICALS Triple Lipid Restore 242. This was great. I would buy this. I loved it. Loved the texture, the feel, how it made my skin feel. Didn't obviously use it for the long haul, but I definitely made a note that this is something that I would pick up for sure. I have several lash growth serums that I used up. The City Lash. This was sent to me for review. I really wasn't crazy about it, so it's actually probably not even fully empty. It's really hard because I am a Latisse lover. We'll talk about that in a moment. So a lot of the serums for lash growth that have been sent to me, I really haven't liked because they don't give me the results that Latisse does. And if you've been following me, you would know that I only use products that give results. So I'm that person that will return something even if I've used it several times, because sometimes that's what it takes to find out if you're getting results. But if I am not getting results, I'm not going to keep it, and not on my money. That's not gonna happen. Another one that was, I believe, sent to me, but no, didn't like this one either. The BioLuma Eyelash Growth Serum. Wasn't crazy about it, so I don't even know if that's all used up. But what I did use up as well is a little bottle of Latisse. I love it. Latisse is great. I have such great results with it, and I already picked up another box, and I picked this up at my med spa. So going to continue with the Latisse. Emptied a box of my Opalescence Go teeth whitening system. I am continuing to use these. I did share this in my most recent teeth whitening products and routine. Check that out. I love everything that I used in that, and I'm still doing the same system. That video will be linked, and you can also get to it up here in the corner. Love this stuff. Also used up a couple of razor cartridges or refills for my Gillette Mach 3. I won't go into major detail. You know I use a man's razor. I've even turned one on to my kids. For instance, Pips recently got a Gillette Mach 3 razor, and we buy the refill cartridges, so it's really nice. My husband uses that razor for his face. I use it in the shower for my legs and underarms. Pips uses it, and then we just buy a huge pack of the razor refills and we divide them up between all of us. Have a couple L'Occitane loves to share with you. We have the L'Occitane Shower Shake. This is kind of along the line of the shower oil that you know I use, and I combine it with the delicious soap. I don't need to go in detail. If you've been watching, you know the whole thing. Just go back through my videos. I was not crazy about the shower shake. I believe this was sent to me by one of you, maybe as a gift. I really don't recall, but it was nice to try, and I love L'Occitane, and it smells great, but I have to admit I like my shower oil better, so I wouldn't repurchase that. And I will have the shower oil and the delicious soap both linked so you can pick those up, because that's my holy grail. We also have the L'Occitane Milk Veil. I've used this in the past as well. Sometimes this will be sent to me. It may have been sent to me with this. I'm not really sure. Used it up, of course. Well, I guess there's a couple scrapings, but not crazy about the milk veil when I compare it to my milk concentrate that I use alongside my supple skin oil. That's the cocktail of choice. So I wouldn't purchase the Milk Veil. I'm going to stick with my other L'Occitane cocktail, and I will have those products linked. I also used up my everyday body lotion. So again, on days that I'm not really, if it's not really a special occasion, it's just a work from home day, I'm not going anywhere, I use my, and you know I cut my packages open, okay? If you're new, just get used to it. I used my St. Ives Renewing Collagen and Elastin. I will mix my supple skin oil into this, and then on days when I want a little bit more luxurious, maybe it's more of a going out, I will do my L'Occitane milk concentrate with the supple skin oil. And we we cut open lots of my L'Occitane Delicious Hands. Look at these, all cut open and scraped out. I know, who does this? Me! Oh. So yeah, it just so happened I used up a ton of them. Now, you would have gotten to see in Monday's video where I shared what's in my handbag. I'll have it linked, you can get to it up here. I shared everything that I carry in my handbag. And I used to carry the L'Occitane Delicious Hands because it is my favorite. I love the smell and I love the feel of it. But this little cap, being a screw-off cap, I'm constantly losing and dropping and never finding it again. So I have decided that I'm only going to use my Delicious Hands in the home, and the hand lotion that I carry in my car and the hand lotion that I carry in my handbag has to be a flip cap. So I've changed to something else for on the go. And if you want to see all about that and what that is, be sure to check out my What's in My Handbag video. And if you are wondering what I use when I cut my packages open to scrape them out, it's this Every Drop, the original beauty spatula. This will be linked. I decided to pick up an extra one just so I could show it every single month because it's great. It basically is exactly what it says. It's a spatula. It's a rubber spatula that you can go inside your tubes and scrape every single little last bit out. This is great. Everyone needs one. It's only a couple bucks, I think, and it's on Amazon. You'll have it in a couple days. Moving on to a couple makeup items, that type of thing. Before we do, I want to share my scalpel that I use. So I have been, and I mentioned this probably in last month's video, I am now, what is it called? Dermablading, I think? I don't know. I'm using this to dermablade. I no longer shave my face. I only use this. So it comes in a box of, it's a pack of 10, and these are disposable, and they're the number 10. And that is what my esthetician recommended for me when I told her that I was going to do it. So I said, I'm going to do it whether you encourage me or not, so please let me know what to order. And she told me, and that's what I do, and it's been working very well. At some point I can probably do a tutorial on me doing it. If you would like that, let me know in the comments section. Cut open and used up a Smashbox primer, but I just purchased another one. I actually had one in the wings. This is something I always have on hand. So this is the Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur Primer. Love it. There's a couple other primers I love, but this is the one that's been on repeat, I think, for all of 2019. Also used up, if you can, a SONIA KASHUK Beauty Blender. This really doesn't look in that bad of shape because, again, anytime I apply foundation or under eye concealer, I always wash those brushes daily. It's just something that I always do, and I'll share with you in a few minutes what I use to wash my brushes. So this would get washed every single day. It's just, I've had it for so long. I've had it for a couple years, so I just thought it was time to replace it, which I did. Here's the empty box that it comes in. I think you can also get these in a 2-pack. I have not been using this to apply my foundation lately. I'm back to my Sigma F80 brush, which I will have linked, and you can get a discount or a percentage off if you use my code, so I'll make sure I include that as well. but I do like to wet this just like it's intended to be used. Wet, let it get really big and puffy, and I use it to apply my translucent loose powder to kind of pack it on. I have very oily skin, so I have better results by packing on versus brushing on my setting powder. A lot of people don't need to do that, but when you're really oily, you're just always breaking through, so it's better to press. In the method of using the SONIA KASHUK Beauty Sponge Wet really helps to make sure that it absorbs into the face a little bit instead of just staying on top of it and giving you that powdery look. So that's a little suggestion if you have more oily skin, and I will have everything linked as well as the foundation brush that I'm using. Also used up some lashes. These are the Salon Perfect or Ardell Demi Wispies. Both brands make them. This is my favorite. Sometimes I will clip them so that they're a little bit shorter. For example, I don't have a full strip lash on today, but these are my favorites and I definitely recommend them. Moving on to a couple hair products, we have the TRESemmé Tray 2 Extra Hold Hairspray. Been using this for years. I like the smaller can. They're just easier to work with. The large can is very large in diameter, and I just like to grab and hold a smaller can, a smaller in circumference can. So love those. Also used up a Sebastian Shaper Plus Extra Hold Hairspray. This one, see, this is perfect. I just don't like when they're bigger than this, but I already have another one of those. I also have these in the wings. I always do. Recommend both. There's a different purpose for different days, and I believe in my last hair tutorial that I did, I explained when I use this one, like how many days in, and when I turn to this one. For example, today is more dirtier hair. This is the hairspray of choice for today. Emptied a box of my favorite tampons, the Playtex Sport Super Plus. I've talked in the past about why I have to go with the Sport. Not going to go into it again. Also used up a couple perfume samples. For those of you that are new, I collect these, so I have a ton. Often that's how I decide what I'm going to wear each day, is I'll just grab one of these. But I always keep notes in my notes app on my smartphone of what my favorites are, because if I do ever pick up a full bottle of a fragrance, I will know which ones I like. This one is the Calvin Klein Euphoria. I've had a bottle of this way back in the day and loved it. Don't love it as much now. I also have a Versace Eros. This one I really liked. So yeah, liked this one. Never had a full bottle, but definitely liked it. Again, Versace Eros. And then La Vie Belle by Lancome. I have a full bottle of this. I think this is a beautiful scent. I think it's a safe scent. I don't generally recommend purchasing fragrance for someone as a gift unless you know what they wear. But if you did want to buy some type of perfume set, let's say for Valentine's Day this year, for someone, this is a safe one. The La Vie Belle, and I think it stands for Life is Beautiful. This is just a beautiful scent, so would recommend that one. Moving into supplements, and I have lots of videos on supplements. Not much has changed there. Used up a probiotic. Now, my doctor of functional medicine recommends 35 billion microorganisms at a minimum. And so I do that at a minimum. Often I'm doing more. So anyway, used up a probiotic, used up I think this one's next, a Vitex Plus Chaste Tree Berry Extract. This was recommended by my doctor. This is great for hormone health. From fertility to menopause, this is a great supplement to take. I do take this about half the month, so not every single night. I take it for the last couple weeks leading up to my period. I have a whole little cocktail that I do that was recommended by my functional medicine doctor. I have, I think, 2 videos where I talk about my perimenopause journey and routine and my research. So if you want more, check out those videos. Also completed a vitamin C 1000. I take 2 of these per day. So that's 2,000 milligrams per day of vitamin C is what I take. Also used up a blood sugar support. I take one of these with my digestive enzymes when I am going to have standard American diet food or if I'm going to eat out at a restaurant. I don't want to have any issues, and when you are acclimated to being a clean eater that eats whole natural food that comes from its natural state, and you don't have a lot of packaged things or food that is cooked with a lot of oils and butters and all these standard American diet add-ins, it can be a little bit of a trip up for the digestive system. So, and it can really spike some insulin, and we want to watch that. So when I am eating that way, I take a blood sugar support and I take it with a digestive enzyme. I also used up this, they're little Ziploc baggies, and I have another one. I could have pulled that out because I've already replaced these, but they're small, little, tiny Ziploc baggies to put your supplements or medicine in for traveling. I use these all the time. So if I am going to go to a restaurant and eat something from standard American diet. Now again, I always eat fish and generally vegetables at a restaurant, and I don't do that because I'm trying to eat clean. I consider that a cheat meal. Anytime I eat out at a restaurant, that's considered a cheat meal, no matter what I get. If I get a salad, it's a cheat meal because it's not wholesome food from its natural state, and it's loaded with everything you can imagine, especially salads, and the calories are incredible. So that's a cheat meal, and that's when I take the blood sugar support and digestive enzyme, but I will carry a little pouch with those in there and then throw it in my handbag. Used up a candle from Target. This is in the North Woods. By the way, you may hear my doorbell ring in just a moment. Someone is walking up to my front door, probably with a package, because I did film this before Christmas. I am waiting for some things, and sometimes they knock, sometimes they ring the doorbell, and sometimes they just put the package down. So we'll see what happens. So if it rings, you'll know why. This is the North Woods candle, got it at Target. I don't even know why. Oh, there he goes. So he didn't ring the doorbell. I wouldn't repurchase this one, just it was a candle, it was probably a gift. Love me some Pilot pens or the Zebra pens. I can go either way. I used to always use Pilot pens, and let me just share, I can only write in blue ink. I just cringe if I have to write with a black ink pen. Most people are the opposite. Nope, not me, it needs to be blue. My handwriting just looks terrible in black. That's just how I feel. Does anyone else feel that way? That your handwriting looks terrible if it's in the opposite color of what you prefer? Let me know in the comment section. Anyway, one of you turned me on to these Zebra gel pens, retractable pens, and again, I can do the Pilot or the Zebra. I like the 1.0 millimeter because you can get these in different millimeters. That's the one that I like, and it's called Bold Point. I will have these exact ones linked. We always have these. I'm sure there's a couple boxes in the arts and crafts closet where we keep those, but yep. Used up probably more than one, but I'm just sharing one with you. And the Dawn dish soap, this is what I use to wash my makeup brushes. I love it. It is the best. It's worked better than anything that I have ever tried. If you name it, I've probably tried it, and Dawn dish soap does not fail me. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to switch. This is what I will continue to use. What's funny is sometimes I will share how much I love something and how much it's working for me, and I'll still have people say, you need to try this. It works great. But if I love something, I'm generally not willing to try something else. I don't know. It's like, well, why? It's different if I'm asking, hey, what do you use to wash your makeup brushes? I need something that does the job. But Dawn does the job. So I would have no reason to probably not continue using it. Where am I going? Not really sure. I have another bottle of Dawn dish soap on hand because I do wash my foundation and my under eye concealer brush every single day that I apply makeup. Okay, moving on. Pasture raised eggs. You see these every single month. You will continue to in 2020. I didn't save every single container that I emptied because I'd have a ton and they take up too much space, but I go through one of these every 3 to 4 days. Also finished a Now Sports Pure MCT oil. This has been my MCT oil of choice. I don't believe I have another one in the wings. I may. I don't have MCT oil every single day. I did for a while there, but just if I need it when I'm breaking like an intermittent fast, but I'm not quite ready to eat. Maybe if I have a coaching session and it's maybe I break a fast at 10:30, one of my intermittent fasts at the 18-hour mark. Break my fast at 10:30. I may do a shot of MCT oil, a tablespoon, just right as is. I don't mix it in anything. If I know I have like an 11 o'clock coaching session, so I just need something to break my fast, and then I'll eat after that session. So that's generally when I will implement or use the MCT oil. Finished a bag of the 310 Nutrition Detox Tea and Jasmine Mint. Love these. I have another one on hand. I will continue to purchase these. And I also used up a 4 Sigmatic Mushroom Matcha Drink Mix with lion's mane and ginger. This wasn't bad. I was really utilizing it almost daily for a while, and then I picked up a couple more, and then I kind of got away from it. So I don't know that I'm going to pick one up again anytime soon, but I definitely would recommend it. Well, I think that is everything. That's my empties of December and of 2019, the whole year. There you go, monthly empties. Don't forget, everything that I shared with you today will be linked. Also, if I mentioned something, but it wasn't something that I showed, that will be linked as well. There will be plenty of videos for you to check out, linked. And any outfit, beauty details, I always include that in the drop-down box or on the corresponding blog post as well. So be sure to check that out. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Leave some comments, and I will see you next week just before we ring in the new year with a very special video. Very, very short, but very special video, so stay tuned. All right, thanks for joining me. I'll see you next week. Take care.